Hello, fam. How you guys doing? I am doing wonderful. I am having a lovely evening. I just wanted to take a moment and come on and share a few things with you. I wanted to talk to you about the the Kanye slash Ye saga and all that's we've been hearing about Kanye. It's been a lot. I have seen several videos today. And I mean, every time I look around, there's something popping up. Kanye is very, very hot right now, and the things that he's doing is bringing a lot of attention, and it's actually changing the game in a big way for those of us who get it, and those of us who can see it. Couple of things I wanted to share. First of all, I want to say not all of our people, the neuromelanated out there, get what is happening with Kanye. Not all of us understand it. Not all of us can see what many of us can. And it's okay, because I always say everybody's at different places. So what I may get, someone else might not get just yet. And then hopefully later on they will. But it's really okay. The thing that I do, and I don't allow it to be a problem anymore like I used to. But there was a time when I would post on my platforms, and when somebody would come on there and try to go back and forth with me, I didn't take that too kindly. I've grown a lot though, guys, so I actually refuse to go back and forth with anybody. But what people need to understand is just because what somebody is information somebody shares with you, just because you don't see it or you don't get it or understand it, does not mean it's not real. Yeah, it can very well still be true, even if you don't understand it or see it as true. And that's why we have to learn to respect one another and respect each other's platforms and spaces, and understand that the very best thing to do, in my opinion, is when you disagree with someone, instead of going on and disrespecting them on in their area, it's best to just pass them by and just keep going. And if you want to, rant and rave about it, go on your own platform and do it. That's a rule that I have had for quite some time, to eliminate any back and forth. Now, if you come and you really want to understand it, that's different. And I would prefer people to reach out to me in private, on Messenger or on email or something. And we can really talk about it. And if they really are interested to understand why I say what I say or why I share what I share. But for those that just want to fight, just want to oppose you because they can't get it in their mind, or they just can't see it here, you know, I won't participate in that. I won't allow anybody to come on and trigger me to go back and forth, and I'm just not going to do that. But I do welcome anybody that question anything that I share, that I post, or that I teach, or whatever, however you want to see it, to come on and reach out to me in private, and we can talk about it. I can definitely elaborate on, what I put out there. Because I always say, if, I'm going to give you what I know, and I can give you, if it's just an opinion, I'll share that it's an opinion. But the thing about this Kanye situation, the Ye situation, he's changed his name to Ye. And so I'm a little struggling. I still call him Kanye sometimes, so bear with me. But I applaud this young brother. I take my hat off to him, because he's the first person that I know that is actually challenging the Jews, the some people call them the fake Jews, whatever you want to call them, but challenging these people, and they have not been able to manipulate him to apologize, because they almost always check anybody that has ever came out and spoken truth about them. They almost always get them to come back and apologize, but it appears Kanye is not having it. And because it appears Kanye is really serious about where he is in this. Looks like he has made a conscious decision that he's ready to be free. And it very much looks like what we have to do, what we all will have to do if we want to be in his shoes and want to be free. We have to make a conscious decision that we're going to honor love instead of fear. And it looks like that's what he's doing, and I take my hat off to him. I'm proud of him, and I do support him. I do support him. I understand that he's been released. I read that he's been released from all contracts, created his own brand, and which he owns, and he's freeing himself. Actually, looks like he's about free from the system, and that's an amazing, amazing move. As we've seen many others speak out, and and like I said, they come right back and threaten to take their monies away, and the next thing you know, we're seeing them apologize. But Kanye said he's not doing it, and he's starting off from scratch, from my understanding, and he it appears that he's free. He's freeing himself, and I look at the fact that he was able to not have to pay any fines or any fees to be released from any of the contracts. Once he spoke out about this certain group, the group that's taboo to talk about, and they call you anti-Semitic or whatever. He didn't have to pay to get out of any of those contracts. They just dropped him. They dropped him. They canceled him like they usually do until they get you to turn around. And that's a brilliant move. That's a master move, I think. Take my hat off to this brother. I am so amazed at how he's moving in this. And that is a true sign of leadership. It's a true sign of leadership. Do understand that being labeled a billionaire is actually a label. It's all an illusion anyway. And if we really understand that, we can see how easy it is, how much more easier it was for Kanye to make these moves. Because when you understand that it's all an illusion, then, it's only one thing to do. You just got to come to mind to do it. He says he has no more fear. He said he has decided to embrace love, and it's all about love and the love of his people. So fear is obsolete. And once you remove fear, there's nothing else left but love. And so he has decided to move fear. I'm amazed at him. He's standing up to the Jews without an apology. The only other person that I have seen that have done that without going backwards is the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. He's the only one. And Farrakhan has a base. He has a base and he has an army. So, I've been seeing him do that for years, but I've never seen anybody else single-handedly come out and do what Kanye is doing without a base or without protection or without an army and stand on it. This is the first time I have ever seen it. Take my hat off to the brother. And I do support him. He is reminding us that all money they made, all of the money that they have made, has all been made off of us. So actually, all of their wealth, they build it off of us, and we already know that. But for him to just hammer that point, I mean, once you remove fear, then you begin to really live. Then life truly begins. Because fear is control. That's the main method they use to control us, is fear. And for this brother to step outside of fear permanently, he says that's it. He's walking in love, total love now. And he's going to be working for his people. He's even building a city. I understand that's going to be opening up next month. I'm not sure where it is. I just saw a note not too long ago where he's building a city. It's going to have stores, grocery stores, and all kinds of different, a city where we can begin to move into and, and start creating. And he's getting ready to do that. He's working on it. I hear it's going to be open again next month. That's amazing. I take my hat off to the brother. I do. I'm so excited for him and for us because he is showing leadership. He is stepping up. And he is actually going up against the most powerful, so to speak, on this planet. So that's, we got to keep the brother lifted up because we know that, of course, we know it's very risky what he's doing, but you have to, you have to come to terms and be ready to put it all on the line when you're really truly ready to be free. That's the only way, actually, that I know that you could accomplish true freedom is to take a risk, to just put it all on the line and with no fear. And once we really, really realize what fear is all about and that it's created, and the fact that death is an illusion, death is actually not real. We don't die. We really don't. We are immortal beings. And once enough of us really begin to believe that, realize it, believe it, and walk in it, then the game changes in a major kind of way. And it appears to me that's what Kanye is doing. He's walking in the full truth, full reality of it all. And he's putting it all on the line. He's tired. And I don't know what happened to get him to this point. We've heard all kind of rumors and we've seen, different interviews and comments and, commentary. But again, I take my hat off to the brother. I'm so proud. I do. I'm just so amazed at this young brother. And I do support him. But I'm going to remind you guys again, don't let anyone get you caught up in a back and forth about any of this that's happening with the Kanye saga. Don't, because again, there's so many of our people that are still not ready to wake up. And that's okay. Everybody's not going to wake up at the same time. But those of us who know, we know that we know, and we don't have anything to prove to anybody. Many of you brothers and sisters out there know that some people it's just not their time to wake up. It's just not their time. And so you can't force it on anybody. You can't. You guys know that. So just walk in what you know and be in peace with it. And again, don't allow anybody to tie you in a back and forth, because I can see that coming. I had a person to come on one of my social media platforms today. I posted a message and I reshared a message, and it said something to the effect that what Kanye was doing is genius. And they came under the bottom of my post in the comment and they said he's not a genius. Now, 15, 20 years ago, I would have gotten offended. I would have gotten triggered. And I would have went right on there, and ain't no telling what I would have said. Just being honest with you. But I have grown. I've grown much. And I've learned that everything don't need a response. And so I don't give it. And I'm proud of myself in that. But what I will not do, I will not allow people to come on and try and trigger me to debate, because I'm not going to debate with you. I value my energy too much. But what I will do is I will remove the comment. This is how I choose to move in these instances. I will remove the comment, and I'll tell anybody, if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it in private, on email or in Messenger, away from the public, because I won't give anybody a show and I won't spend energy on it. But just keep in mind, a lot of our people are not ready. A lot of our people are not where they can see the truth, and it is definitely okay. Keep on moving, keep on teaching, and keep on knowing what you know, because it's reality in a sense. So, and don't be moved by those who are not ready to accept the information. But I'm just excited about this brother. I done said it about 3 times already, but I take my hat off to him. I'm gonna say it again, and I'm very proud that he's brave enough to do what I've seen no one else do. And I wish I could see him face to face to tell him. If I could, I would. So I just wanted to come on and talk about it a little bit, and encourage you to, if you can see it, keep, don't play it down just because somebody else don't see it. And I'm going to sign out, guys. I'm going to say assalamu alaikum to you. Namaste. Ashe. 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 Gonna ask you to please like the video. Share it, because when you share it, others can see it. And click the notification bell if anything I say resonates with you, and you can continue to get the content. I would really appreciate that. I love you very much. Continue to get your sun. Stay in peace. And I'm going to say bye-bye until next time. Have a great evening. Get some rest.